In a problem-based curriculum, the educational focus is on learning rather than teaching. The tutorial group plays a central role in the learning process. It is a small group of students who meet twice a week for 2 hours. During these meetings, students discuss assignments or problems. The discussions are structured in a systematic way, following 7 steps. The first 5 steps take place in the tutorial group and take about 1 hour. The 6th step comprises individual learning activities and takes about 2 days. The last step takes place during the next tutorial group meeting and also lasts about 1 hour. During the tutorial group sessions, one of the students functions as discussion leader and another student takes notes on the whiteboard. The tutor, a member of the faculty, monitors the course of the educational process and supervises the quality of the discussion's content. In this video, you will see illustrations of the different steps. The assignment at hand is called The Disenchantment of the World and deals with the ways in which European intellectuals have critically reflected on the process of modernization. The assignment focuses on the ideas of Marx, Freud, Weber and Novalis, who were all important critics of modernity. In the first step, terms and concepts that are not readily understood are clarified by making use of the knowledge that the group members already have.
Yeah, then welcome everybody to this pre-discussion of assignment 6 already, and with a very catchy title, The Disenchantment of the World. First of all, are there any concepts or words that are still unclear for you?
Yeah, I was wondering what Janus phase or Janus phase means.
Okay, Janus phase, as far as I know, it's just if there was the god Janus who had 2 faces, and this means that you have more or less a good side and a bad side, so that something is two-sided.
In the second step, the group of students comes to an agreement about how to define the problem at hand. This is done by formulating a problem statement that covers the assignment.
Let's start with the problem statement, just to find out what the essence of this assignment is.
Maybe challenges of modernity or something?
Yeah, challenges of modernity.
So that is challenges the same as having a Janus face?
Not necessarily, but can be.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, challenge can be positive or negative.
In the third step, students analyse the problem or question by conducting a brainstorm. Explanations have to be constructed on the basis of what the tutorial group already knows. The brainstorm results in a series of ideas and hypotheses that are often incomplete, contradictory, partly wrong, or badly organised. By means of discussions, the students go more deeply into the provisional explanations.
Yeah, then I think we can already move to the brainstorming part. So everything that just goes through your mind, you can mention it and put it on the board and try to bring some structure in it afterwards. Very simply, I think, modernity.
Civilization.
Probably, I think this is also a bit about alienation of humans, isn't it? Asking the tutor, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Can we put this into it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? Okay, alienation.
In the fourth step, the various ideas and hypotheses that resulted from the brainstorm are summarised and ordered in a more coherent way. Issues emerge that require further study.
Some structure in the brainstorm, so we can formulate some questions afterwards. So what do you think is the key element and how can we relate it to the other words that we put on the board?
I think the key term is modernity, right?
Yeah. So I think we can relate Holocaust already to modernity, probably having in mind the question in how far is the Holocaust an element of modernity, and I also think that alienation fits directly to this as well, and probably bureaucracy and rationality as well.
We can also link Holocaust to lieu de mémoire, because it's actually a lieu de mémoire.
In the fifth step, the students draw conclusions from the preceding process and formulate learning objectives in the form of questions.
When there is nothing else on this part, I think we can define the learning goals.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. You're okay as well, because
I think it's rather broad. It's a lot of work to do in 2 days.
But we could ask for some specific examples. For example, the lieu de mémoire Holocaust, and then explain the impact of modernity.
Yeah, but notice that most of the authors you will come across, they are writing around 1900. So,
that's it.
Probably you need to focus a bit more on that period, and you could add maybe a discussion on the Holocaust, maybe as a final issue.
The learning objectives serve as a guide for studying the literature or exploring the internet or other information sources. The university library provides a wide range of resources that students can use to acquire the knowledge. After 2 days, the students return to their tutorial group to discuss the results of their individual study. The agenda of this session is formed by the learning objectives. Students can add to each other's knowledge by asking questions and giving answers. The tutor is responsible for guarding the quality of the educational process and can ask specific questions to help students achieve more in-depth knowledge.
If I were the chair, I would ask some clarification on this term alienation, maybe.
Okay, so can you probably clarify the term alienation, what is really meant by this?
To Marx, it's also important, like what you are depends also what you're making. So that's his idea of human nature. And so if he becomes a stranger to the product, he also becomes a stranger to himself.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he means with alienation.